Shona Panzi, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that whenever we drop a video, you don't miss a single second. Sawamungela ku-GNTV. Mina gu-Generali Unjinela, your lovely host with the most. Welcome back. On today's episode, we are here to chat about South African boxing legend who recently passed away, Zolani, the last born Tete, all the way from Eastern Cape. Zolani, Tete. Don't you love it? If you're a boxing fan, don't you love the announcement, the pre-fight announcement? And now, for the millions watching at home and the thousands in attendance, we are live from the Madison Square Garden. It's time. Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Zolani Tete. Condolences to his family. What a great boxer. Now, we're going to start off from the right spot. So my intention with making this video was to basically appreciate a South African boxer who had great potential, who probably at the in his time, he was regarded as one of the best fighters in his weight class. He did very well, won some international belts and some local belts. If we look at his boxing career, he started out in Umdantsane in the amateur ranks, and he turned professional in 2006. He went on to become a two-weight world champion, finishing his professional career with 29 wins and 4 losses and 22 knockouts. 22 knockouts. In one of those 22 knockouts, he has a world record knockout in his weight class, which is 11 seconds. 11 seconds in a title fight, Nochal. It's not just some lousy fight where you're fighting a bum. No, you're fighting the best. This nigga walks in there, looks at the guy, waits for the announcement that I just made, the pre-fight announcement, and cling, cling. Literally 11 seconds. Guy is laying face up, knocked out. Yeah. His first professional world title came in 2007 when he won the WBF Flyweight Championship. Do you understand? Do you understand the caliber of fighters you're fighting at that level? My God. It's just impressive. But he learned a breakthrough at the world stage. Actually came in 2014 when wasuka la Eastern Cape wahamba le Japan wafike lapha what wathela induku eshaya who's this guy Teru Kinoshita. He won that fight by unanimous decision. Obviously comes back dripped up in gold, and he won the vacant IBF Junior Bantamweight title. And then kwathi ngo-2017 yasuka le jani yathi yazini no lana nibancinci man nibancinci, wathi let me step it up. Ama-junior ngiyawashiya njengamanje ngihamba namajongo. Wathi cha, bantamweight shaya title nakhona. which was later elevated to full champion, which means he was the champion of the division worldwide, undisputed. And then kwathi ngo-2017 again, nge-18 October, Tete faced his fellow South African. Oh my God, usiboniso Gonya. Babhekane Belfast though. See that, like, imagine you got two great South African fighters, and the fight is held in Belfast. Come on, Mzansi. Come on, we lost out on that one. Where he knocked out Okonya. Actually, that's where he broke the record. That's where he got that 11-second knockout, which is the fastest in all world titles. In all, fastest knockout in all world titles belongs to Zolani Tete. That's a fact. I'm not making this up. It's a fact. Yeah. And then later, he went on to defend the WBO title against Omar. Mikali Aloyen, where they fought in the World Boxing Super Series. Kwasekwati, 2019, he lost his title to John Rio Casimiro. And also, this is where where we start fascinating. What if Zolani was not suspended? What would have happened? So Tete was, I think it was part of a generation of bantamweights, such as there's this kid from, I don't want to say, is he Chinese? Inwa. If you know boxing, he was in the same, is of the same generation as Inwa, Nonito Donaye, and others who are top bantamweights. He was scheduled to fight in the World Boxing Series, but then he withdrew because of an injury. So you can imagine a healthy Zolani Tete definitely would have done well. He then actually returned in 2021 and he beat Idi Kayumba. And in July in 2022, he stopped to Jason Cunningham. But then, later on, it was changed to a no contest after it was found he tested positive for stanozolol. Excuse me, which is a banned substance. So in 2022, he got a 4-year ban from any boxing. He got an anti-doping suspension for 4 years. July date in 2022, which actually expired on the 29th of July, oddly enough, and sadly. But then he lost his life. So when he was killed, he was actually in the process of making a comeback. I asked myself a few questions. Did any South African fighter achieve some of the things that Zolani Tete actually achieved? And the answer is yes. So he was not the first South African two-weight world champion. So there's fighters such as Otingan Tobela, Abo Brian Mitchell, who had already won titles in multiple divisions. So you can see the level in terms of hierarchy in boxing that Zolani Tete was in. Mind you, he had an unfinished or an incomplete career. And then I tried to see, like, in terms of financial success, where he would be. So one publicly reported figure shows that Tete in 2019, when he fought to Casimiro, his purse was about 4.3 million rands. Yo, with roughly 75% going to Tete, and around 3.2 million rands before come on. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Do you understand? 3.2 million. We're talking meters. This is in 2019. The rand was even doing better than that, than what it's doing now. So you can imagine like the kind of financial success this man was attaining. So because obviously full career earnings are not public, so there's more money that he made before that year of 2019. And remember, he fought again in 2022, so there's more money that he made there. Yo, damn. Phew, sports, bagwethu, sports. So, but I didn't try to make a reasonable contextual estimate, which if he carried on fighting, he could have went on to make anywhere between 20 and 40 million rands in terms of fight purses that he could have attained if he wasn't banned. Yeah, man, it's sad that his career could not go on. And then just a few facts about Zolani, just to highlight his career. So as I mentioned, his professional record, he has 29 wins and 4 losses, 22 KOs and 1 no contest. He was a 2-weight world champion, an IBF junior bantamweight and a WBO bantamweight. He had the fastest knockout in the world. He had the fastest knockout in a world title fight. That means across all weight classes. He was a participant in the World Boxing Super Series. And then his last bout was against Cunningham. I guess that was the last of him. And then obviously his total estimated career gross earnings, it's approximately 10 to 20 million rands. Phew, bafowethu. Yeah, hey, was a one zim. What a loss for Mzansi, what a loss for Eastern Cape. It's sad that a man who had such great potential, doing such great things, could have done so much with his life, ended up losing it all. Okay, never mind the doping situation, which also on its own, I don't like to solely place blame on the fighters if such things happen, but also as a fighter, you are responsible for what you take in. And that means even the people around you, the people that you keep around you, they're very important, because somebody could convince you to take things that you shouldn't be taking, or somebody can put things that you shouldn't be taking into what you're consuming. So as a fighter, it's important to be cognizant of that and keep in mind. But if we go outside the ring, the man, obviously, that now he's dead, we're hearing rumors that allegedly his wife, his then ex-wife, so his ex-wife, I guess now, allegedly had an affair with the said alleged killer right now who's in court. And obviously Zolani couldn't handle it well, and he decided to allegedly take matters into his own hands. And obviously the story is that hitmen were sent to Uzuzole. Uzuz. Uzo. I'll just call him Uzo, just not to butcher people's name. So Uzo, apparently, he sent Inkabi, Uzolane, to actually Uzo, because he was having an affair with his wife. And according to people that know the story, this guy was even driving Uzolani's cars. So you can imagine all of those kind of things. It can um, cause anger to a man, and he might act stupidly, which is how Uzolani ended up doing, allegedly, if it is true that he tried to this guy. And obviously, in the process, this guy did not die. He ended up surviving, but however, he was paralyzed from waist down. And mind you, all of these things, I think they happened while Uzolani was actually suspended. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when it happened, but okay. Nonetheless, it seems like he wasn't that active in boxing at that time. And obviously, Guy survives. And now, as you heard, that the ban ended on the 29th of July this year. And there's a podcast that was released where Uzolani spoke that he's trying to make a comeback, actually. He was working on making a comeback into boxing. And I guess then that agitated the alleged killer, and yeah, he decided to retaliate. So my thing is here is there's two young men who decided to act stupidly and fuck up their lives, all because of one woman. One woman whom is probably moved on with her life. She's probably having a nice time, probably even married off to another guy, and has forgotten about the these two gentlemen. Obviously, the one is dead now, and the other one is actually facing prison time. So, gents, please, mawuphoxekile othandweni, do think about these other things that matter beyond your anger, because anger is a momentary thing. It's just for the now. Afterwards, trust me, a week later, you won't think the same way that you're thinking about that thing. And also, I know there's no manual to deal with heartbreak, but you can think. You can at least use your brain. Use your brain. I mean, this man could have still, went back into boxing and probably, done well, actually, and probably gotten back to those heights that he was close to. This guy is potentially, he has the potential to be mentioned with the likes of Abo Terence Crawford, Abo Anthony Joshua, who's the heavyweight champion again? Ukrainian guy. Oh my God, I forget his name. But yeah, man, he has the potential to be one of the greatest fighters. In fact, hell, like Abo Errol Spence, your Boots, your Davis. I mean, there's so many guys that I can liken this guy to. So and all of that has gone because of a moment of lousy passion over a woman. How many other women he could have met, past that point? How many other women did he meet after his wife? And just to, so sad. So please, South African men, let's do better. Rest in peace, Zolani, the last born Tete. Hopefully, kids around SA, you look past the drama that's now unfolding in the courts, and just look at the life that Uzolani actually lived before all of this trouble. And actually, there's a hero there. There's someone to aspire to. Obviously, you can make better decisions than he did outside the ring. Because as far as talent is concerned, as far as heart is concerned, as far as skill is concerned, as far as pound for pound is concerned, Zolani had it all. Sabo. Peace.